Hey guys, it's your girl Anne. I hope you're having a great morning, night, afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. So October will make 5 years of me having locks and going through my lock journey, and so I felt like it would be the perfect time to tell you guys some things that I feel like I didn't really consider fully, that I wish someone would have talked to me about before getting my locks, and just update you guys on how I'm liking them. Do I want to cut all my hair off? I don't know, but we'll find out in this video. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is how truly versatile locks can be. I feel like if you look at other videos, they'll tell you like, oh, you know, that's one of the biggest concerns when starting your lock journey, just go ahead and do it because you can do all these different styles. You can put a wig on, you can braid it, whatever, yada yada yada. Now, I'm not saying that that's completely wrong, but I feel like one thing that needs to be considered, sorry, my dog's licking, hopefully you guys can't hear her licking. One thing that isn't really stressed enough or highlighted enough that I wished I would have known before starting my lock journey is that yes, maybe locks can be versatile, but that really depends on the thickness of your locks. And my locks are probably on the medium-ish large range, and they're not very versatile. If I'm going to be plain and honest with you guys, like I have tried different things with my hair, and I'll kind of show you guys some clips of like the different things that I've done. I've even went as far as to try to put a wig in my hair, which I'll show you guys that as well, and I was technically able to do it, but honestly, if you looked at the back of my head, it was not looking. Low-key though, if you watch these other videos of people trying to put like a wig over their locks, they never really show you the back of their head. And so I feel like it was just stressed so much how versatile your hair can be, to the point where I feel like they weren't talking about ways that it could not be versatile. Well, definitely stress that with you guys. If you guys are starting your lock journey, please take that into consideration. If you want to be able to be versatile, then maybe having thick locks is not going to be ideal for you. Maybe you want to do like micro locks, whatever. The second thing I feel like needs to be considered, that I feel like I didn't really take into account too much, is the fact that it's pretty much guaranteed that you will have lint in your hair. Like I feel like when I've watched videos on YouTube or like looked at tutorials or different ways that you can kind of like detox your hair and all of that, I don't know if maybe I just made an assumption that wasn't there, but I feel like they always try to make it seem like all you have to do was these things, whether it's like add certain products to your hair to detox, or to like, you know, brush your hair out, or to do the preventative methods where it's like wearing a satin like cap or silk pillows. I literally did all those things and I still have lint in my hair. So I think the reality of it is, if you have locks, because of the way that they are and how they're very attracting to lint, it's next to impossible to avoid it completely. Like you can minimize it to the point where you don't have as much in your hair, but if you're the type of person that's like, I just don't want any lint whatsoever, then sorry, that's going to be a little unrealistic for you, and it's going to be next to impossible for that to happen. And if you see someone that looks like they don't have any lint at all, I don't know what they're doing. They need to talk to me and DM me or something, or they probably dyed their hair and so it looks like there's no lint. As you can probably tell, I don't know if you can tell, I have some lint like down here, but it's only in like the bottom 3 locks that I have. The rest of my hair is pretty good, but I think it's because those areas are the easiest for lint to kind of just hide and not be noticed. So that's something I really feel like I wished I would have been more educated on, because it's so annoying knowing that I have lint in my hair. It makes me feel dirty, and even though you're not dirty if you have lint in your hair, but it's just like this reality that everyone with locks is going to have to face. And it's made me consider just cutting those parts of my hair, not gonna lie, but I have not done it yet. I can't promise it's never gonna happen, but I haven't done it yet. The very last thing I want to talk to you guys about that I feel like needs to be addressed is parts. Your parting of your hair when you first start your lock journey. I think I've talked about this in other videos before, but this is a perfect time to bring it up again, because I think it is just that important. However you part your locks is going to be how your locks are going to stay, and so you really need to be smart about what you're going to do with it. And I feel like that has been talked about before from like different videos and stuff like that I've watched, but I think that I personally just made a wrong decision, so maybe this is more of an issue on my part than maybe you guys. This is just a cautionary tale. It's probably a better idea to get a middle part in your hair versus what I got, which is like a side part, I guess you could say, because I just have this one lock that's just dangling in the middle. And I've even looked at videos at how to fix that in a way where I didn't have to like just start all over and get new parts. I've seen videos where people have like basically cut their locks, like the individual lock that is keeping them from it being like, you know what I'm trying to say, and turn it into two. And I feel like that's something to consider for maybe someone else who's dealing with something like this that have thicker locks than mine. But for me, it would make my individual locks a little too small and thin where it would look a little awkward. So I haven't done that. I've just kind of accepted it. But I will say it definitely has made me question how much longer I should be leaving my hair like this, because I feel like it does limit like the way that my hair looks. Like I feel like instead of getting that nice little part, being able to do like the two pieces, like I feel like it's less noticeable. But being able to do like put your hair up like this, there's always that one that's like either on one side or the other. And maybe this is not a big deal to some people, but personally it bothers me because I notice it and it's like annoying. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope that this was helpful. If you are starting your lock journey, these are things that you really need to consider. I guess to answer the final question of, do I want to cut all my locks off? Sometimes. Am I gonna do it? Probably not, because I think that there's a lot of good things about having locks that I enjoy too much to let the bad things outweigh them. I hope that you guys really enjoy this video, and I just want to remind you guys that I love you guys, Jesus loves you guys, and if you haven't heard that anyone has loved you, you know 2 people love you, and that's a pretty big deal. So yeah. Bye.